I've never had a job with the United Nations. How do you get a job? Were they advertise on Seek? Did you have to know someone? Did you get invited? I mean, how did you get that position?
Okay, well, the by far the biggest filer of PCT international applications was the United States. And so the person who was the more obvious choice would be a US citizen. And the opening, so at the very beginning, it was an American, and then for an interim period, there was a French national, and then it came time for him to retire. So then they opened it up, and I had the background because I had run the U.S. Receiving Office, International Searching Authority, International Preliminary Examining Authority, Designated Office, Elected Office. So I had all the background. So it was very easy, once I applied, for them to say, okay, Gary's the qualified person. And so I was able to move over there and brought, I think some interesting aspects to WIPO.
I'll be interested to hear about that. What did you bring? What springs to mind in your? I think you were there. Was it 7 years leading leading the division?
It was actually 8 years? Just under 8 years. And so the U.S. government makes it easy for somebody to go to an international organization. So I was able to basically put my career on hold at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, go over to WIPO and spend 8 years there. So they were looking for someone who could then help move the system forward, to help move it into, I won't say the 21st century because we weren't quite there yet, but to move it forward. And so they were looking for somebody that had my kind of background. I had support of the upper echelon of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. So I was able to, move in there and be effective from day one. So we brought, with us when we went there, we brought some of the way of doing work that is common in America. And, just think about some of the challenges there, Justin. There's people from 50 different countries there. They have all different ways of doing business, working, interacting with bosses, interacting with their colleagues. Even there's some gender issues that had to be dealt with. So, having an American there that, had experience doing that type of thing, I think was very, very useful. So I was able to slot myself in there and able to do things, I think, effectively to help move the organization ahead.
Well, it sounds like I've only visited the United Nations, or both in Geneva and in New York, and it's fascinating having all those different cultures and people and languages all around. A lot of parts of America, they speak English. They don't speak any other languages. It's a bit of a culture shock to go to such a diverse place. How did you cope with all those languages and different cultures?
Well, the WIPO works in two languages. It works in English and French, even though the Patent Cooperation Treaty works in various other languages, and there's experts in all of those languages working for the PCT at WIPO. But it was English and French were the common languages. I had English before I got there, and through pain, I learned French to some degree. And it became, basically a polyglot. So if you went out there, there were people that had expertise in the PCT and the different languages. And that was particularly important in the legal division there, because they had to go out and they had to lecture to various offices and the inventor community all around the world. And so it's best if you're going to go to an Arabic speaking country that you do the training in Arabic. And of course, so we made sure that they could do that.